Hey, what's up guys? John here. This is a business, real estate, personal finance, and money channel. However, on this video, I'm going to talk about the upcoming food shortages because it is a huge problem. It's a massive issue, in my opinion, and the extent of it is hidden from the media today. I look around the world and see what's happening there, and then see what's coming here, see all the issues that we're facing, and then I go to Trader Joe's the other day in LA, and there was like 20-25% less food. This is going to be a big issue, and we're going to start to feel it soon, very soon, probably the next month to 2 months. That being said, I'm going to give my advice and pretty much exactly what's happening around the world in this video, as well as the collapsing dollar. We keep printing so much money, and this money printing is going to continue for a very long time. It's going to drive the value of that dollar down to almost, a fraction of what it's worth today. And this is an issue. If you're sitting on a lot of cash and you're expecting the economy to plummet and you're waiting to park this money in that market and they just keep printing and printing and printing money, this is something that we all have to take into consideration. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about how to invest your money now. So that being said, please hit that like button, drop your comments below, and subscribe. Be sure to hit that bell and you'll be notified of all my upcoming content. All right, guys, let's begin. All right, let's start with the food shortages. So food shortages, we'll say in Australia first, they're running out of rice. It's been the smallest harvest that they've had in 70 years. Good thing about rice, obviously, is the low cost. It lasts for almost ever, and you can live off of rice. You can go spend a couple $100 at the store and have enough rice to last yourself many, many months. But they're saying there's going to be zero rice by the end of the year. So they're hoping that they're going to be able to get some rice from Vietnam. Vietnam's president said, you know what, we don't even know if we're going to have enough to serve our own people, let alone help you guys. So it's going to be a big issue, a very big issue. And the fact that they're going to have to try to bring it over from another country, it's obviously going to jack the price of rice up. And rice is an entry-level product. So after rice, they're going to, obviously the cost of canned goods and other produce will likely go up. Depending on how bad things get in the coming few months, it might get to a point to where just going out to the store is a very, very big issue. And I think that's right around the corner, to be frank. What's happening right now in Germany is a huge issue with the ban with China and Japan on pork. I'm going to show you this article because this article pretty much blew my mind. And I think that this is all pent up and it's soon going to hit America. I would say, I don't like to put a date on it, but I'd say, in the next 60 days, I really think that we're going to see a real big issue here. I really do. So that being said, I'm going to share this article with you guys now. So this is the article. It's from AG Web, and it's a farm journal, and they quote prices of corn, milk, and meat prices, produce, and so forth. So China and Japan ban pork imports from Germany. And this was just released a couple days ago. China banned pork imports from Germany on Saturday after the country confirmed its first case of African swine fever, ASF. China's ban on imports from its third largest supplier comes as the world's top meat buyer faces a pork shortage of its own caused by a massive decline in hog numbers due to this deadly virus of pigs. So Germany has supplied about 14% of China's pork imports so far this year. Reuters reports this ban will not only push up demand for meat from other major suppliers like the US, so we're going to be competing, and Spain, but will also boost global prices. So price of food is going to be going up. It's not just because of pork, but it's going to be going up across the board due to all of these closures, all these distribution centers shutting down for safety precautions. German pork exports to China are worth 1.2 billion annually. A spokesperson for the German Food and Agriculture Ministry confirmed the ban, adding that the ministry remained in talks with the Chinese government on the matter. So Japan suspends imports. On Friday, Japan suspended imports on pork and live pigs from Germany. Japan's actions aim to keep ASF, the ministry said. Yeah. So according to farms.com, the number one priority is keeping this swine fever outside of America. We'll see if we can do it. We will see. Given the complexity of this year, who knows? Honestly, who knows? But this would greatly impact the food chains if they're not able to distribute and sell pork. And I mean, that is one of their higher end products. So if they can't sell pork, they can't sell produce, yet they're forced to issue all these incentives to their workers, their frontline workers at these huge distribution centers, and they can't make margins, this is going to be a big problem. This is going to be a very big problem, and I think it's all kind of coming to a head right now. You know, it is what it is. There's nothing you can really say about it. The food shortages are happening. It's going to happen in America. I'm almost certain of it. I look at how things were in April, right when this was announced, and we've never had an issue like this before, ever. But you go to Walmart, you go to any store, everyone was like fighting over toilet paper and wine and canned foods. That's what happened. And that was based on just media fear. Now what we have is 6 months worth of anxiety, pent up anxiety, thinking about, is this going to go away? Is it going to go away? But every time we turn the news on, there's an outbreak here, there's concern here. I get text messages and alerts every single day on my phone about it. People are getting scared, people are getting nervous about it. That being said, I think the smart thing to do is to always plan ahead. And I personally would stock up. Canned foods, water, all that. Stock up if you can. If you have the money, I'd go spend $500 or whatever and just have a couple months worth of food in the event things got crazy last second. But look at this year. This year's been absolutely insane. So I wouldn't put it past anything or anyone that we have some type of issue in the next couple months. But that being said, it brings me to my next concern, which is all of these media companies reporting on Bill Gates saying that this is going to go on until the end of 2021. And I personally don't like this guy at all. I mean, I don't think he has any place in medicine, but ultimately he kind of turned into our God almost, where he's announcing and telling us what we can and can't do. It's absolutely ridiculous. But somehow he buys his way on every single media outlet, every media platform, and they give him a voice, and somehow the restrictions follow soon after whatever he says. So he's saying that by the end of 2021, but that brings me to my real concern, which is, so what are we going to do? We're just going to print money every single month for another 15 months? I mean, we've only printed money so far for about 6 months, 7 months. Another 15 months, this would bring our global, really our deficit in America to heights we've never seen. I think it's ultimately would break the dollar. Big concerns there, huge concerns. And in addition to all that, the cost of food's going up. We're at a 9-year high on the cost of food so far this year. So we're printing all this money. It's crushing the value of your savings. I mean, the dollar's only worth the supply. So if there's so much supply of it, then it's going to really hurt what you have in the bank. So that being said, I'd pay close attention to what they're doing. And I definitely see a very unique period where we have a huge wave of foreclosures, a huge wave of panic hit the market. I mean, we have 60 million people get evicted in the next few months. That eviction process starts then, and then all of them slowly start getting evicted a few months after that. I see a real big issue there, because imagine you have 50 million, 60 million people out on the street. You have fathers with their kids out on the street with no food, no job, no shelter. Things are going to get nasty and things are going to get scary. But I personally love real estate. I love real estate investing. I'm not talking about it now. And the reason I'm talking about it now is because I just see just down the road a big problem. I see a big opportunity to invest in property, to invest in stocks and make good investments. Right now, I feel like we're just in a big bubble. Big bubble. Real estate prices, big bubble. And stock prices, big bubble. And asset prices. And that bubble is going to get popped soon. And as it gets popped and as opportunity comes out, opportunity that we can make a ton of money on, I'm going to really announce it. But right now, I'm just calling things for how they are. We're in a big, big issue here. And food's the biggest problem. The devaluation of the dollar, which is obviously another problem. And this whole eviction crisis, what we have right now, is going to scare the hell out of everyone. And I personally believe it's just going to, maybe it gets pushed out, because if they evict everyone in December, and they start that eviction process in December, in the middle of, really dead smack in the middle of winter, that's a big problem. Kick a mother with her kids out in the snow. Even if they push it out 3 months, all that does is magnify the issue and bankrupt millions of property owners. But not all landlords are, sitting on a couple thousand units. They might have one building or two buildings, and then their tenants aren't paying rent, and they obviously can't work because of everything that's happening right now. Then this basically puts them in a position where they lose their business, lose their properties, and they lose their savings. All the money they have in their bank is pretty much just getting depleted throughout the actions of the government right now. Crazy time to be alive, amazing time to be alive. I think a smart thing for you guys to do right now, though, if you do have a couple bucks, go on Amazon, pick up some really good books. A lot of great reading out there. And last thing I want to do is sell fear, but I want to talk about the reality, and this is the reality we're in. So good times to learn, educate yourself, set yourself up, and get the knowledge to get ready to go out there and make some smart real estate investments down the road. I see some big opportunity for all of us. That being said, please hit that like button, drop your comments below, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell. All right, guys, until next time.